We are tonight's entertainment.
What the fuck is this, Chet?
This is a tasty burger.
Were you rushing or were you dragging?
You like Huey Lewis in the news?
Is this your homework, Larry?
Why did you spill your beans?
My name is Cashmus Butchmus Maximus, commander of the Film Scoop podcast, general of the gays, and servant to the true emperor, Matthew Reeves. And I will watch the Batman 2 in this life or the next.
Dude, what the fuck? You had that in the vault and you weren't going to say anything?
Yeah, no, I wanted to surprise you.
That was awesome, dude. Is that what that is? That's the Gladiator thing?
Yeah, I put a little Gladiator theme there.
Holy shit.
Yep.
I'm so excited to hear that, dude.
Yep.
Great Russell Crowe voice, by the way.
Thanks.
Commander of the gays.
That's what I am.
The
I
accuracy.
fight for what I believe in. You know?
Yeah, dude.
We're fucking back. Gladiator 2. Gladiator 2.
Gladiator 2.
It's fucking time. Last week Gladiator. This week Gladiator 2.
Yeah, dude.
Don't you love
Like,
when things just make sense?
I just love when it's all about men.
Yeah.
You know, when it's all about just men wearing skirts, slaughtering each other,
Yep.
and
The
wearing
occasional woman, but not really a big deal. Like, not really.
mainly
the
just
focus.
kind of like cannon fodder. You know?
Yeah.
Just kind of something to get in the way of
Yeah,
getting
just
to
something to like
getting
shoot
men.
arrows at, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But nothing too serious. But yeah, we're fucking back,
Yep.
and we're talking about Gladiator 2, and that's about it. You know, some days you have a loaded episode, some days you don't.
I don't know.
We
dude.
don't
Gladiator
today.
2 is preloaded.
I mean, I feel like we can probably talk about Gladiator 2 for a decent amount of time, but that's
Yeah.
like the only topic we have today.
Yeah.
So
Well-
we'll go ahead. Oh,
That and another thing, but we'll save it.
all right. Whatever that means.
What I watched last night.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah. Trivia.
Whatever.
We'll leave it as a surprise.
Okay.
We'll surprise the scoopers on what you watched. I got my trivia ready.
Okay.
What does Gary Busey tell Johnny Utah to get two of in Point Break?
Oh, God.
Give me two, Utah. Give me two. Gary.
Is it Cokes?
No.
I don't know.
It's a food item.
I thought it was drinks. Hash browns?
No.
Burritos?
No.
I don't know.
It's a sandwich item.
Is it burgers?
No.
Ham and cheese?
No.
Falafel?
No.
Goddamn, dude, I don't know.
It's a meatball sub.
Oh, two meatball subs?
Yeah.
God damn.
Carl, this is Gary we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You think Gary can't house two meatball subs?
That's it. Really, he's it's for him and his other son.
That's 2 bites for Gary.
Yeah, it's one for him, one for the voice in his head.
Yeah. All right. Christoph Waltz is looking for which brothers in Django Unchained? What are their names? Like, not each one,
Yeah,
but just
yeah,
like
the
the
their
blank
last
brothers.
name, the something brothers. Oh my God. I don't know that one either.
Man. The Brittle brothers.
The Brittle brothers. Fuck.
Yep. And then last one. What town is in the town?
What town is the town?
Yeah.
Is it not fucking No, it's not that. Hang on. There's somewhere in Boston, in like Massachusetts. But I don't think it's Boston itself.
No, it's in Boston.
It's in Boston?
Boston's a big place.
Yeah.
And this is just a town. The town, actually.
It's got an actual name. They don't just call it like the South Side or something.
No, yeah, it's a place.
Fuck, I don't think I know that one either.
Charlestown.
Charlestown.
Or Charleston.
Charleston.
However you...
I don't know how the Yanks say it up there.
Yeah. We have a Charleston here.
Yeah, we have a
Around,
Charleston.
You know, around the South.
around these parts where we do it right.
Yeah.
You know. What was so funny about
Nothing.
that? What did you laugh?
That's all my trivia.
Okay. Great trivia questions. I'm just retarded. Those are actually really good questions. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get your penis erect. Guess the movie by the quote.
Mm-hmm.
Come on with the come on.
Whoa.
What was that reaction?
Oh, wait. No, I know this.
Yeah, you should.
We watched it recently.
Yeah, we did.
Jump in.
Yeah. He says, well, come on with the come on.
Yeah, that's...
And he's trying to be all tough.
Not good.
Yeah, it's bad. Really bad.
That's bad news.
All right. Playing off of that a little bit. What was the release year for High School Musical 2? He's doing
I think it was 2008.
I see him powering up. He's charging. Not 2008.
2009.
Nope.
2007.
It was 2007.
Fuck.
All right, and then the last one. What is Batman microwaving in the Lego Batman?
A burrito.
Nope.
Oh, it's not a burrito? Hot Pocket?
No.
Like a TV dinner?
I don't think it's a TV dinner, no.
Oh, isn't it fish?
It is a seafood item, correct.
Shrimp?
No.
Lobster?
It is lobster.
I feel like that would have been funnier if it was like a common thing that people eat.
Well, I think the idea is that it's a very fancy meal and he's microwaving it.
Yeah.
Like it's a hungry man
It's
TV
satire.
dinner. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just the big headed comedy you can
It's
expect.
like
in
how
Lego
we eat
Batman.
leftovers, how we would heat up spaghetti or eat a Hot Pocket. He's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
He eats lobster.
Lobster
So
thermidor.
his leftovers is lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Big brain stuff out of Lego Batman.
Yeah. Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
Okay. Real reveal.
You rolling first?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll go release year.
2022.
Give me my score.
3.
Ooh. You love doing that. You love giving me just the middest movies.
That's not mid.
all
That's
time.
above average. That's what it is.
Oh, I'm not even going to get into that.
What?
In the scheme of real reveal, where we're trying to guess movies and you give me something I gave a 3.
Maybe you're just overthinking it, dude. Ever think about that? Probably not.
You ever think about not shitting your pants?
Never. That's never crossed my mind once.
All right. 2022.
3-star.
3-star. Give me the genre.
Drama history.
Ooh, that's helpful, I think. Drama history 2022. History means it's a period piece. Should have went with my other strategy.
Just ripping off
strategy.
Yeah, just ripping off the big ones.
Yeah, just like director of the year.
I can give you a small hint. I don't know if it'll help at all. Probably won't.
Okay.
One of the 3 actors, I can't really pronounce their name.
Fucking.
Their last name. I know what their first name would be.
Yeah, it doesn't really help. Fucking give me third build.
That's the guy whose last name I can't pronounce. Matthias Schwegerhofer.
Awesome.
Schweighofer.
I can't think of a 2022 movie that was a period piece. What are you doing to me?
Fucking destroying you, dude. I'm tearing you
Give
down.
me first build.
First build. Manala Issa.
What in the fuck did you give me?
Dude, I'm just. It's a movie on your list of films.
Okay, this has to be a foreign movie. All these fucking names. Oh boy.
All right, I'm gonna give you another hint. This was a recommendation that someone gave you to watch. I'm pretty sure that's your review for it. It's just wrecked by this person.
Oh, The Swimmers?
It's The Swimmers.
Carl. Okay, first of all, that's just a dick move.
How is that
Picking that movie is just an absolute dick move.
Why is that?
I explained on the podcast. I barely watched that.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Yeah. Picking a movie you've never even heard of?
Okay.
Carl, I'm telling you, you're doing your hey thing.
But
that's an absolute
you
dick
have it
move.
logged.
I would never go to your Letterboxd and find something that I've never heard of that you've seen. I would never do
I'm pretty sure
that.
you've done a real review of a movie that I haven't seen before.
But you'd at least have heard of it.
Yeah.
Like, you'd know things about it.
You've watched The Swimmers.
Carl, it's a foreign movie. I don't know. I can't guess anything. I can't get it by the director. I can't get it by any of the actors.
Exactly. I got to make it hard for you.
No, that's just that's impossible.
I thought with it being newer, you would have an easier time if you guessed the
Carl,
year.
It being newer is harder.
How is that harder? You saw it more recently. Plus, it's in 2022, which is stacked with
that's
good
my
movies.
point. Is when it's newer, I've seen more 2022 movies than I have seen fucking 2004.
Yeah, but 2022 had a lot of really good shit, and it being bad, I feel like was a big help.
No, it's not a help at all.
Well, I don't know.
I'm just telling you, you're an asshole.
You couldn't piece it together, dude. You couldn't sniff it out.
I'm too good at this that you have to fuck me. You have to butt fuck me.
I picked a movie off your list.
Something you've never heard of.
What does it matter if I've heard of it? The point is that you've heard of it.
We're supposed to pick movies that we can actually guess.
Yes. A movie
You didn't do
that we watched. It's a movie you watched.
Just because I've logged
You watched it
just
and talked about it and
Carl,
logged it.
Just because something is on my Letterboxd as watched doesn't mean I can guess it.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got you. I'll start hitting you with easy stuff from here on out.
Like, when you compare that to what I'm giving you, like, it's a different stratosphere. Like, I would never be able to guess The Swimmers.
Okay. I'll give you easy stuff from now on.
It doesn't have to be don't give me the Batman,
Listen,
fucking...
I apologize. I'll give you easy stuff. I didn't mean to upset you. I didn't mean to bark up the wrong tree here.
I'm not upset, really.
No, it's fine, dude. I'll give you easy stuff.
But that's just crazy.
All you got to say is, "Hey, take it easy on me, and I'll give you easy stuff."
It's just, that's crazy. Like, that's an insane move.
You can guess damn near any movie off of director or actor and then year.
Yeah, God forbid
So
I'd be able to play the game.
I gotta try and mix it up somehow.
God forbid I have a fucking chance.
No, not a chance. A fucking cheat code.
No.
Because you can beat it off of 2 categories, any movie, 99% of the time.
No.
And then I give you one that you
know how
can't
many
do
times
that
I've
with.
gotten like 60 points?
This is one of them.
Yeah, because you fucking used a cheat code.
I didn't use a cheat code. I just picked a movie that you had listed. I scrolled through randomly and then stopped on The Swimmers, and I scrolled through randomly and I stopped on the next one.
That's just...
The next one's easier. I'll give you that.
Next week, I'm going to pick one like you just did. And
I wouldn't
just
care.
to get you back.
Okay. It wouldn't be the first time I ran up the points on a fucking real reveal.
Yeah, but that's because you're stupid, not because I was trying to fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the difference.
All right, I'll take it easy on you. You'll win the next one, I promise.
Don't
all right,
worry. Now you're being weird.
Don't worry.
Now you're being weird.
No, you'll get the belt back. Don't worry. It'll be fine.
God, you're a weirdo. All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Give me number of words and genre.
Number of words, 3. Genre, drama, comedy.
Drama comedy. You don't see a lot of those.
Maybe you're dumb.
Give me first build.
Steve Carell.
Okay. There's a movie that immediately comes to my head, but I don't think it would be a movie that you would pick. I also don't know if Steve would be the first build, but he's in that. It is like a drama comedy. Last Flag Flying. Him and Bryan Cranston, but I don't think that's something you would pick. He was in fucking that movie with Ryan Gosling. But that's more than 3 words. I think that's Love and Other Drugs. No. Crazy Stupid Love. That's it. Crazy Stupid Love.
No, it's not.
What?
You're wrong.
Holy shit. Steve Carell. Give me the year.
2015.
God, I wish I knew when Last Flag Flying came out, but I don't think that was it. It's not Evan Almighty. What the hell? How the fuck is this not Crazy Stupid Love?
That's something.
Ugh. There's Dinner for Schmucks, but I think that he would be second to Paul Rudd.
Do you?
Yeah, pretty sure.
You think so?
I believe so.
That's something.
It's not Get Smart. It's not Date Night. It's not fucking... What the fuck? Give me second build.
Christian Bale.
Steve Carell and Christian Bale.
At 73 big ones right now.
Why the fuck can I not think of a movie that they've done together?
See the actors I give you? Not fucking Anna Lanawan.
I don't know why you're still crying, dude. You won.
I'm not
You're
crying.
still so upset,
I'm
even
not
though
crying.
you won the game.
I'm just glad that I'm a fair co-host. That I give my pal
Dude,
reasonable real reveals.
I'm just assuming you know of movies that you've seen. I apologize. I need to start realizing. You know what? I'll ask you ahead of time. Like, hey,
Dude, you're such
do you
an
remember?
asshole.
Do you remember this movie, or did you just log it to
You're
be cool?
such an asshole.
Dude, what the fuck is this movie? Oh, The Big Short.
Yep.
Yep.
Took you long enough.
Okay.
All right. I guess I need to guess.
I know you guys can't see, but Cash has steam coming out of his ears.
No.
Because of this real.
You think I'm
reveal.
so mad about it?
Yeah, dude, you're pretty mad.
No.
You made a pretty big deal about it.
Yeah, it's horseshit.
Yeah. So you're definitely feeling about
No.
it. All right,
That's just insane. Like, of all the movies I've seen, you're going to pick one.
this one will be better. I promise. You can probably get this one if you guessed.
Give me first build.
If you do director and year, you'll get it.
Give me first build.
Michael Shannon,
Give me year.
2016. If that's not enough for you to get it, I'm sorry. I'll pick a better one.
Cut that shit out. I can't think of something he did in 26. I mean, I know he was in Nocturnal Animals, but there's no way he's first billed in that. And you said I would know it from director, and I don't even know the director of Nocturnal Animals, so... No, it was that art guy. That art guy made Nocturnal Animals.
Yeah, you don't have to think about Nocturnal Animals. It's not that. This this detective work about Nocturnal. It's not Nocturnal Animals. I'll rip that one out.
No, I know. I know it's not that. Because he wouldn't be first billed. But I was just trying to think of the director's name. Because he's that art guy. Or clothes guy.
A clothes guy made that?
Yeah, like a fashion designer.
Is it Steve Madden?
No.
No, not Steve Madden. That's like the only designer.
I don't know.
Tom Ford.
Tom Ford. Yeah, that guy.
I don't know if that just seemed right.
I know that Knives Out was 2019, and he wouldn't be first billed. I know Take Shelter was 2012. Ooh. Is this Midnight Special?
It's Midnight Special.
There we go.
Hey, let me give you a couple of these.
All right. Settle down.
Good job, man. Really good.
God, you're the fucking...
I'm happy for my pal. That's all it is.
All right, guess. Loser.
Okay. Give me number of words and genre again.
2 sci-fi action fantasy.
Sci-fi action fantasy. Lead actor.
Jon Gruffold.
Fuck me. Yon?
Jon.
Not Yoon. Yon.
Jon.
You sure it's not Yoon?
What
was that?
Fucking how would I know?
What was that? What was that supposed to convey to me? Jerking your head like that.
It's just shrug. I don't fucking
It
know.
wasn't a shrug. It was this. I was like, what the fuck? It's Yon.
Would it make a
Is Yon
difference
in
if
your
it was
bed?
Jon or Yoon?
I was doing a bit, dude. I was just being funny. You got him in your bed or something? God.
Don't worry about what's in my bed, all right?
All right. No, I don't know who the fuck that is. Sci-fi action fantasy. Yon could be of the Asian persuasion.
Could be.
So it's 2 words?
2 beans.
It's not Great Wall. It's not Great Wall. Because I think it's the Great Wall. We need to add that to the watch list.
Yep. We do.
Yeah. That's... Nothing's coming to mind. Give me the year.
2005.
2005. That's an interesting one.
Yep.
That's an interesting one. Action, sci-fi, fantasy. 2005. I'm guessing it's leaning more fantasy than sci-fi. I feel like they just throw sci-fi into all the fantasy stuff. With Yon in it.
Big Yon.
We all love him.
I love him.
Is it a him?
Huh?
It's a
Yeah.
him? Okay, yeah, we all love him. If it was a woman, no. No, don't partake in Yon. Yon is making me not want to guess any of the other actors.
Maybe it's a ruse.
I don't think it is.
Maybe it's a completely normal American cast with Yon dropped in the middle.
No, dude. If I know, like, that's not Yon. That's just not what he would do.
You don't know what Yon would do.
Yeah, dude. This is Yon we're talking about.
Dude, you don't know Yon like I know Yon. You completely do that. That's classic Yon.
That's classic. Yeah, the bait and switch king. Give me my letterbox score.
You really think you have one?
Do I have a letterbox score?
No.
Oh, shit.
You have to use the app to have letterbox scores.
Dude, I got stuff on there. Yeah, I do. Got stuff on there right now. I don't know this. Give me second actor.
Jessica Alba. American.
My God. His Yon Fantastic Four. That's that guy's name.
Yep. Dude, I would have. If you gave me Yon, I would have instantly. He's in one movie. I would have instantly known what it is.
I've never known his name. He's been in Fantastic Four, and he was in Horrible Bosses when they thought he hired him because he was a hitman, but he was really just peeing.
Well, you're
on
forgetting
people.
one. I didn't know he was in Horrible Bosses, but he's in something else.
Ooh, what else?
The New Bad Boys. Because I said,
Oh.
Carl, that's Yoan Gruffold. He's Mr. Fantastic from Fantastic Four 2005. And you were like, no, that's not him. And I was like, Carl, that's Yoan.
Yeah. He's like gotten hotter with age, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But his name, like, if you think of an American guy, he looks like him.
Yeah, dude, he
His
doesn't
name
look
is
foreign at all.
Yoan Gruffold.
Yeah.
The fantasy part really fucked me in the ass.
You keep getting these actors that, like, if you just knew who they were, you'd instantly know the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you know who Yoan was,
Yeah.
he's in one thing that you could possibly get. And then last week you got Freddie Prinze Jr., who's in one movie. So if you would have known who that is, you would have got it. But your ball knowledge is just lacking.
Yeah.
It's just flimsy.
Yeah, it is. I'll tell you what, though. I do take responsibility for not knowing that stuff, and I don't make a big deal about it. And, like, I don't do that. I just say, oh, damn, I need to hit the lap, is what I say.
But you should know that stuff.
I need to hit the lap. Yeah, I should know stuff that I've watched, right? Right?
I'm talking about actors.
Right? Yeah.
I'm talking about actors, not
Yeah.
movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're being weird. All right, we're gonna move on. All right.
We got Letterboxd?
Yeah, I got Letterboxd review.
I'm really excited for mine, dude.
Actually, have 2 this week.
Ooh, I didn't know we were doing bonuses.
Fucking make it a double.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You got a family, Phil? All right. My first one. Matt Lynch. 3-star. Bad Will Hunting.
Bro has a way with words, dude. I'm assuming that's Good Will Hunting.
No.
What?
No.
What the fuck is it?
That's it? You have one guess?
Bad Will Hunting?
What movie would that be the review of?
Oh, is it fucking Interstellar?
Why would it be Interstellar?
Because Matt Damon played Good Will Hunting, and then he's a bad guy in Interstellar.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah. But no.
What is it then?
It's The Accountant.
Holy shit, that's good. Matt Damon's not
because he's also autistic, but now he kills people.
I forgot that he had it too. Oh, Jesus.
That one was the main one.
This is too much for me. I need to rub some wood on my shit.
Tell him to beat the fucking shit out of my shit.
My legs are going to get it when I get home. What a bizarre thing.
Some coworker comes in and yells at him and walks out, and you see him look down at his shins.
You piece of shit.
You're getting it tonight.
Hope you like bruises.
I hope you like fucking bamboo.
Holy, that was gold, dude. Oh my god, I was so excited for my review and you bust out that. What the hell?
Oh, all right. I have one more. It's not as good, but I still liked it. 3-star. Russman. I take it that people here aren't allowed to listen to Huey Lewis in the news in this society.
Huey Lewis immediately makes me want to think of American Psycho.
Well, that's like what it's referencing, but in this society.
Is it Equilibrium?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That one wasn't as good as the first one.
I know.
I
preface with that.
All right. My letterbox review is from Noel, 3.5. Mm-hmm. Where's the movie about the gay part of the hotel?
The Shining?
No.
So it's about a hotel.
Yeah.
Grand Budapest.
No. Grand Budapest, the whole hotel is the gay side.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
There's no heterosexual part of the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah, it's all gay. It's bisexual.
Hotel.
A hotel where sexuality is involved.
A sex hotel.
Sextel.
What the fuck?
We don't like this movie. Don't like the director. I don't. You might still have a little bit of hope. I don't like it.
You don't like the director.
Yeah.
I might.
I think that you still watch stuff that he makes. You'd still go watch it. I don't think he's made anything that you like, but you still like hold on to. I'll go watch this guy. See what he's up to now.
Last Night in Soho?
No, not that.
Oh.
He did a movie you like. This guy I don't think has done a movie you like.
Okay, so the people that have done movies I don't like is Guy Ritchie.
Correct.
Brett Ratner.
Correct. Foreign guy.
York.
Yes, correct.
Hotel, The Lobster.
It's Lobster.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. They asked him at the beginning if he's gay or straight, and he wants to do bisexual, but they're like, we can't do that.
Yeah. You're fucking our shit up.
Yeah.
We can't do that.
You either go to the gay side or the straight side.
Yeah.
We don't have an in-between. We don't have enough wings to convey
You think
that.
this is a joke?
Bro thought we were playing. You're either gonna fuck or get fucked around here, pal.
All right. Is that all you had for
Yeah, that was my
reviews?
reviews.
All right. Real quick before we get into the very very miniature watch list.
I feel like it's pretty good. No, it's small. It sucks.
Well, I have a miniature watch list. But I've been watching Peaky Blinders.
Yes.
Which is why my watch list is so miniature.
You're coming up on the end, right?
Not really.
I thought
I'm
you were in
season
4. Yeah.
There's 6.
Yeah, that's 2 more seasons, you're done.
Yeah, I mean, I'd consider it. If it was a movie, I'd be in the second act. So that wouldn't be coming up on the end to me.
You're over halfway.
Yeah, I'm leaving the second act right now.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm about to finish season 4. It's pretty awesome. Hot take, I know. But it's
No
pretty
one's going to
gnarly.
believe you, dude.
I don't see it being... I mean, I'm not done with it, but I don't think I'll hold it like as highly as it seems like some other people might.
Do you think as of right now you'd put it above The Sopranos?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
So right now with you it's...
Because The Sopranos has such a grip on me for its comedy.
Yeah.
Which Peaky Blinders has like very, very, very little comedy.
Yeah.
It is maybe once a season there's something that I laugh at. Like they never even attempt comedy in the show, which like I get it. You know, it's a show about a gang, but
you can still goof around.
The Sopranos is about the mafia, and they still
Yeah.
joke around all the time. But yeah, I just don't. It's good, but I don't. It's not like I'm blown away by it, and I'm like, this is one of the best things I've ever seen. And
Yeah,
I recommend it to everyone.
I kind of feel the same way. Like I was really locked in whenever I watched it, but like since then we've watched Succession and Severance and like other stuff, and
Yeah.
I think I don't know where the show ends, and I watched only like the first 2 seasons, and like I don't see it ever topping Succession.
Yeah, I don't think it would top Succession for me, because that also has comedy that
Yeah.
is just makes it super rewatchable. It's a lot of fun to watch. And Peaky Blinders is just so fucking not dull isn't the right word, because that makes it sound like the show's not good, but it's just the tone is so serious all the time.
Yeah.
And that can kind of just
It can get
like-
tiring.
like how The Sopranos has a serious tone sometimes, but then it's like balanced out by,
Yeah.
comedy. But this doesn't have that, so it's like that all the time. But season 4 is easily the best that
It's
I've
ramping
seen.
up.
Yeah, I asked when I started, like I asked a couple people who had seen it, what's the best season? Like what should I be looking out for? And they all said season 4. Adrian Brody's the villain in season 4.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
And he's fucking awesome.
Used to hate that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever talked about it, but
Yeah. Used to hate Adrian Brody
yeah.
just because of the way he looks. No other reason.
Well, I hated the way he looks, and then I watched 2 movies with him in it, and they were both bad. And I was like, "This guy just sucks."
One of them was Splice, wasn't it?
One of them was Splice. Being a total weirdo in that. Adrian Brody, like now that I like him, I've seen him in Grand Budapest. I know he's
That's
a good
kind of
actor.
your fault for watching that.
Oh, I mean, he was in it too.
Yeah, but like, you watched that.
I did watch Splice.
Yeah.
I did watch that.
See, like, it can't bother me that Adrian Brody's in Splice if I don't watch Splice.
Yeah, if you just put the covers over your head,
Yeah.
you never think that he's a
Like
part
the
of
guy in Hell House.
it. Yeah,
It's nothing's happened. Like
That's
nothing
what
can
I do
happen.
with Brad Pitt and Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
He's not in that, dude. That's
Yeah.
just some old guy that kind of looks like Brad Pitt. Yeah,
Fucking-
it was Splice and Predators. I like hated.
Oh yeah,
Predators.
he is in that.
Yeah,
He does some goofy things.
he's played around,
He's a jokester. Also, the other week we went to a coffee shop and they had Boy with Apple there.
That was nuts.
I've never really experienced something like that before. It's like I found that so cool because this is like such a niche reference that like 1 in every 500 people are going to know what that is when they walk in.
Yeah,
It's a painting from a movie.
yeah. Was it actually Boy
It was
with Apple?
painted for the movie. Yes, it was Boy with... What? You You think I don't know Boy with Apple?
I'm just saying. I thought you were like just making a joke, like saying it was Boy with Apple because it was a similar painting.
No, Carl, that was Boy with Apple. That's literally Boy with
I
Apple.
know you're being serious, but the name of that painting is so funny. Where the fuck is Boy with Apple?
You're not getting Boy with Apple, you goddamn fruit.
Holy shit!
But I thought that was so fucking sick.
That is
like
awesome.
I'm like Michael Fassbender in The Killer. I'm one of the few.
Yeah, that's a little treasure just for you, dude.
Yeah, like
You
only
should've
cool
bought it.
people will know what that is.
Yeah, you need a Boy with Apple for your room.
I do need a Boy with Apple.
Maybe it'll lure Adrian Brody to you.
They should have included a Boy with Apple in the Criterion, like a little Boy with Apple poster.
That would be so sick, dude.
Yeah, but I do need that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my next venture. Find Boy with Apple. Find the original.
Yeah, steal it.
Yeah,
Commit a huge felony.
yeah, but for Boy with Apple, so it'll be,
It
worth
washes out. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they show up at my house and they're like, "We heard you stole something." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it was Boy with Apple." They're like, "Oh, never mind.
Aye, sir. They
You have a good night." And then you see him walking back. Yeah, it was Boy with Apple.
Fossil Armill's Boy with Apple.
Yeah. Anyways, Peaky Blinders is good.
Hell yeah.
I'm not freaking out about it, but I'll finish it. I mean, it has my interest, but
Yeah.
I want to finish it so I can see the movie coming out because the movie has Barry Keoghan in it.
God, dude, I need that.
Saltborn.
When I was filming Salt Barn,
I was watching an interview of Barry Keoghan, and he said something on accident. He said something so fucking funny.
what did he say?
He was talking about the interviewer asked him, "Is there any of your quotes like from roles you've played that you like say a lot in your life?" And he was like, I can't really do a Barry Keoghan. I don't think anyone can.
It's really
except for him,
it's really tough.
But he was like, "No, I don't think I do it for my roles, but I do it for like other movies. Like I watch a movie and I'm like, oh, I say that all the time." And then the interviewer was like, "Well, what like give me an example?" And he was like, "Well, the other day I was watching La La Land and Ryan Gosling said, 'I know these things,' and I've said that."
What the fuck?
Dude, the whole audience like
insane?
busted out laughing. Like, what the fuck? It's the most basic thing you could fucking say.
I heard Michael Fassbender say "the," and I say that
I heard
all
him
the
say,
time.
"Let's get food," and I'm like, I've said that. Like, this is so crazy.
Dude, me and Hugh Jackman are basically the same person, with as many times as he said "get in the car."
Yeah,
I've also said that.
we're
What the hell?
we're cut from the same cloth.
We're just men at the top of our class. What the fuck?
Oh man,
That's
all right.
good.
Yeah, Peaky Blinders, it's good. Anyways, so
So the only movie I have on my list, do you have 3 movies on your watch list?
2 movies and a short.
2 movies and a short? Well, I have 1 movie that you did not partake in, that you haven't seen on my watch list. But I watched Come to Daddy, which,
I'm intrigued. I'm in.
yeah, I was like, this is probably some homoerotic stuff going on. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Didn't happen.
Oh,
I know. Boo.
never mind. I'm out.
Boo.
You lost me.
But it's Elijah Wood playing this guy who got a message from his estranged father asking him to come and visit, and then just like wild stuff ensues. And it's very the second act is a lot like there's a twist, and after the twist things get cranked up to 11. It's really funny because the most ridiculous shit starts happening. But like up to that point, I was like kind of just wanted to see what happened. It didn't lock in until that transition happened. But once it did, I was like, this is crazy.
What'd you give it?
I think I give it a 3. You know, I think it's worth watching, but it's nothing like crazy. I do like Elijah Wood, And like I said, the second act is really funny and really really good. It's hard to explain the jokes because a lot of it's physical humor.
Yeah.
But like there is one sequence where like Elijah Wood is talking himself up, and he's like, I'm just a hard guy to place. Do I DJ at high-end clubs? Yes. Do I tickle the ivories? Yes. Do I mix sounds with some of the best rappers around? Of course. And like he keeps talking, but he doesn't know any of these people. He's like, Kendrick Lamar is one of my closest allies. And he's saying everything like super weird. And I was like, he was like, you don't know Kendrick Lamar. And he was like, yeah, I don't know Kendrick Lamar. But it's cool. It's cool. I liked it.
All right. My thing that I watched and you didn't, I assume, even though I sent it to you and you're my good pal, and I would have hoped that you would watch things I send you, but that's beside the point.
I just remembered what it was. Didn't watch it.
I watched Batman Beyond Year One, which is a short film that came out recently, and I love Batman Beyond. I think he's fucking sick. I think combining Batman and Blade Runner is a recipe to make the best shit ever made.
That's a recipe to get seed
that,
out of people.
That has the potential of being better than the Batman to me. Like, that's like taking the Batman, but mixing it with Blade Runner.
Yeah.
That's the only way that you can get something better than the Batman. So, I really want more Batman Beyond content. I want more, like, I'd love a live action movie, but even if they just want to do an animated movie, I'd love that. I just want to see him, like, I'd love to see Batman Beyond on the big screen, like however they do it. But this was I don't exactly know the budget for this, but it's really impressive what they were able to do. It's like 13 minutes long, and there's certain things that don't look great just because they were limited, but there's certain things that like look really fucking good.
The design of the Batman Beyond costume looked really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking
Up my
It's my fault. Thank you. I'm gonna show Carl the opening shot of the short because it's like the most impressive thing.
Live reactions on the scoop. But
I know.
Here we go.
Oh, gotta rewind.
Bro, spoiling it for me.
Overall, the short's like really impressive, and I hope that the director gets another shot. Like this opens doors for him because I think he's really talented.
It's kind of crazy when you think about it that we haven't gotten a Batman Beyond live action movie.
Yeah, I think the studios think that it has to be Bruce Wayne or else no one will care. That's probably how they feel about it.
Yeah.
But when the opening shot happens, I'm gonna turn the sound on real quick so you can hear like the score.
Okay.
Because that's also pretty fucking gnarly. Check this shit out. Oh shit! Opening title card.
Oh my god, dude!
Look at that shit.
I'm trying to get in there.
That's crazy. For a short film, I don't.
Yeah,
how do you even do that?
Dude, there's guys out that are doing insanely good visual effects on like a shoestring budget.
My guess is that was like shot with miniatures and then they added like the lights in post.
I don't know, dude. Like that the oldest view, that horror short that I told you about. Mm-hmm. That guy Kane Pixels that made it, he just like it was all CGI, but it looks incredible. Like he's just really fucking good.
That must be what this is too, because that looks like that shot could be in like a new Blade Runner movie, like a theatrical movie, and I wouldn't think that looks bad at all.
Yeah,
that would
it
look
looks
normal.
It looks great.
Yeah, so
I will say the oldest view is a lot more grounded in reality, like what he's doing visually. I don't know if that helps or makes it harder, but yeah, there's some guys like that are just doing like shorts and like YouTube videos that are really good.
Yeah, but the visuals look great for like a short film with a low budget, And they also do an action sequence with like him in full costume, and the action's really fucking good. It is very impressive, and it really stuck out to me. Like I think it's a really fucking cool short film.
But you kind of have a cheat code with the design of Batman Beyond suit because his whole face is covered.
Yeah,
and you can put a stunt guy in. Most of the time, it's like hard because like people have exposed parts of their face, and it's like you try to get the actual actor, but having the full coverage, you can kind of do whatever.
Yeah, check this shit out.
Oh, does he have the arm wings? Oh my god, dude!
Just flying through the fucking city. That's just crazy, dude. I like the sheer ambition you have to make a short film of Batman Beyond. Like, if I was making a short film, I'd be like, okay, well, that's out of the question. Like, that's way too much visual effects.
Yeah,
like, we don't
I'm
have
not
money
gonna do
for
a
that.
sci-fi Batman movie.
Yeah, but he was like, no, that's what I'll do. And
yeah, dude.
I
He
think
just
it's
let him
pretty
hang.
awesome. So yeah, that was cool. Everyone should check it out. It's on YouTube. And then we watched Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yep.
Which I was a little sweepy.
Yeah, we did this in 2 installments, and I was kind of surprised.
Yeah.
I started dozing, and I thought you were gonna be like, "Wow."
I was
nice.
glad that you were dozing because I wanted to doze.
Okay.
So
I thought you were gonna get
genuinely
mad
tired.
and do your usual thing, and then you just got up and went, "I'm going to bed."
Yeah.
Just went to sleep.
I was tired as fuck. But it's good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was tired, so that definitely could have factored in. But these Star Trek movies, they're just like, I finished them and I'm like, that was good.
Yeah.
And they're nothing more than that to me.
Yeah. And just so the scoopers know, I have no frame of reference in the Star Trek mythos. Like, I've seen the first 2 of the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies, and then I saw some of the original show because I was like gonna try and like, my dad really liked Star Trek, so I was like, I'm gonna try and get into it. And the original show wasn't really like what I thought it was gonna be. It's like the Twilight Zone where they just keep visiting weird worlds,
Which sounds awesome to me.
yeah, it's cool, but like I just kind of got burnt out on it after a while. But it's just them visiting new worlds. A crazy thing happens, they solve it, and then they continue on.
Yeah, it sounds gnarly.
Yeah, it's like for the time it came out, it was probably the coolest shit ever. Because then you have characters that like you care about that are visiting. Like the Twilight Zone was new stories, new characters, and this was the same people that you have a connection with over and over again.
Yeah.
And William Shatner's the fucking guy.
I want to watch I probably won't ever watch the show just because I'm a hard sell on shows. It has to be pretty, like, well received. I mean, Star Trek is well received, but like, there's just certain things I probably won't watch.
Yeah, people like the original show, but the one, I think it's the Next Generation, whichever one has Patrick Stewart as the new Captain Kirk, basically the new Captain Picard, they call him. That show, people say, is like incredible. I think. And then
I always assumed he was in the original Star Trek.
No, they've had like different people take over as captain of the Enterprise since Kirk. Kirk was just like the original captain. But like I haven't watched the original movies. I know people love Wrath of Khan, and like say it's perfect and like incredible and stuff.
I do want to watch the movies. Probably
yeah.
won't watch the show, but I do want to watch the movies.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
I
I think it
give
was
it
the
a
first
3.
time I ever saw Ben come, like when this movie came out.
Yeah, I was probably I'm thinking about like his American movies, because he did like he was Sherlock for a while in the UK, but I don't know exactly when that started. But I think in America, that was probably like the first thing he was in.
Yeah,
That I can remember.
I know my dad definitely got a boner when he said his name was Khan. He was like, "Oh shit, dude, it's Khan." I was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
you fucking nerd."
Yeah, that's all I got. for the watch list.
Okay. Well, aside from the main attraction here, I watched Red Rooms.
Yep.
You kind of left me with like a very interesting idea. Like you were like, I don't know, can't really put it together what the heck it is, and that like intrigued me. Watched it, and first of all, it's shot great. Like the shots they were going for that they set up, especially the opening court scene. The opening court scene.
I loved the opening.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
I loved how they did like no score, and it was silent, and they even had people like coughing.
Yeah,
like just a member of the jury just coughing like in real life.
Yeah, so immersive, and then like the way they framed, they've got this display up top with like the three girls, and you could kind of like catch them on the display like almost everywhere they turned the camera.
Yeah. So
that you had that in mind. That was really, really good. So the director, I don't know the name of the director, but like whoever's behind the camera knows what the fuck they're doing for sure. And then I also think that the lead performance was really good. I think it's one of those performances that the average person will probably look at and think that she's like very robotic. Same with like the performance for the main girl in Long Legs. Like that's the point of the character.
Yeah.
But and another good thing, the concept of the movie I thought was super cool. Mm-hmm. The whole like idea of what the Red Rooms are, very interesting.
Also, here in a second, we'll get into spoilers for Red Rooms.
Okay,
so
yeah.
If you don't want to hear that, just skip ahead.
So those things, really good. I did not like anything else about the movie.
See how when I watched it, I didn't even give it a rating for like 2 days because I honestly did not know how I felt about it.
Yeah,
I didn't know if I liked it or not. Like, because it was sold to me as the most disturbing movie of the year, the most disturbing movie of the past couple years, and then the movie starts, and then you're introduced to this idea of like this guy that's killed 3 young girls and has video of him murdering them. And so it's introducing this idea of like snuff films.
Yeah.
And you're thinking at some point like they're gonna, and they keep saying in the court, the lawyers and stuff, they're like, and we're gonna show you the video, and it's pretty clear that it's him. Like they keep setting up the idea of showing the video, and then they barely show like a quick flash every once in a while of the videos, but that's it.
Well, I was very thankful that we didn't see the videos. I actually thought it was another very great part about the movie is the implied horror, because you have kind of vivid descriptions of the crimes. They give you this rap sheet of everything he's being charged with, and this is another like thing. I feel like the movie sets up stuff that could be interesting, and then they don't explore it, and then what they do wind up exploring, I don't have much interest in. But like at the very beginning of the movie, when this court scene opens up, you have this long list of charges, and then the defendant and the plaintiff, I don't know if it's the right word, but the two people going against each other, they kind of give their opening spiel. And I thought it was going to play out like, right now it looks like this guy absolutely fucking did it.
Yeah.
But maybe there's going to be something in this, like we'll watch this court case open up, and there's going to be, it was going to kind of like, maybe it'll start whittling away some of this stuff. But they didn't go that route. It's pretty clearly the guy.
It's sort of just a big like the movie's misdirecting you on what it is. The movie starts and you think it's about this case. And then as the movie goes on, you realize it's not really about the case. It's about this girl that is like obsessed to a unhealthy degree of this case and this guy and these awful things that are happening to people.
Yeah.
And that can be a hard thing to like watch a movie of, because see, what's weird is like I do agree that not showing the footage is a good idea because you don't want your movie to just be torture porn. No one wants that. But also when people are saying it's the most disturbing movie of the year, and then there's like no visuals that are like seared into your head. You know, when I watch Martyrs, there's visuals that are seared into my head that I will never forget, and that disturbs me. But there's nothing in Red Rooms that I saw that disturbs me. There's like some ideas that if you think about them, you're like, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. But it never, like, do you understand what I meant when I said the subject matter is dark, but the movie just didn't disturb me?
Yeah, there's only one scene that I was like, I felt icky about in the whole movie.
Was it when she dressed up?
Yes. But yeah, like very sensitive subject matter. For sure that they're talking about the crimes are described pretty vividly by the opening sequence, and you see the main character watching the video, and you hear shrieks, and they do this great shot again of like this red
light
glow
reflecting
off of her computer screen onto her face. And the movie pivots. It opens up. It's like, could it be like that we're, everyone seems like they're pinned against this guy. Maybe he's not guilty. Maybe something will come up. And then it's like, well, maybe she's going to uncover something about the case that got overlooked. And then it becomes like, no, she's just really upset, crazy about this case. And I feel like that could be interesting. Like you had people like the Night Stalker who would get love letters from like girls while he was in prison. Mm-hmm. But like I don't understand their thought process when they're obsessed with people like this.
Right.
So I want that like kind of insight, but because her character is designed to be so like cold
and she's lonely and doesn't really
broken,
talk much.
Yeah, she's very cold and closed. You don't get any insight. She's just a fucking crazy person.
Yeah.
Is how I view it. And like
it would have been nice if they somehow found a way to get the character to like describe to someone why she's so interested and has this like fetish.
Yeah, you have one scene in the whole movie that I feel like we kind of get a glimpse at her as a character. And maybe I'm not smart enough to follow everything. A lot of people like the ambiguity. I like ambiguity too, to an extent. I need something to kind of pick at. Mm-hmm. But it's when she's describing the like how she plays poker and how she finds someone who plays with feelings and like sucks them dry. But like I don't know how that plays in with what she's doing.
Yeah.
That's the only time she ever kind of expresses any kind of feeling for anything. And the rest of it is just she's obsessed with this trial.
I mean, maybe the point was that she's a hypocrite because she said, like, this is how you play. You find people that play with emotions and you suck them dry, blah, blah, blah. But then that's, at the end of the movie, that's pretty much what she was doing. Like, she was buying the video.
Yeah, that could be the case. But then, like, what do I care? Like, why do I care about that?
Well, see, that's...
Why should I be invested in... If that's what they were saying by that comment, like, why does it matter to me by the end of the movie that that's the reveal?
Well, see, that's one of my things, like, that I bring up a lot, is that I have a hard time watching movies that feature people that aren't likable.
Yeah.
Which, yes, there's exceptions. There's movies that are really well made, but for the most part... If the main character of a movie is just like I don't like Raging Bull that much because the star of the movie is insufferable. He's an insufferable human, and I don't like watching the things he does. So,
yeah.
Like
I can accept it a little bit if I can at least follow like their mindset. If they have like it, I can't just watch someone doing weird stuff without any kind of explanation or like hint as to why they're doing weird stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there's, like, my friend Alex has seen it a couple times, and he really loves the movie, and he's talked about how he thinks it's a lot of it has to do with isolation and the dangers of the internet and how these kids nowadays are like growing up alone without any friends, so they use the internet they use it like too much, and then it starts to consume them, and they go into these rabbit holes. And he was saying like he worded it as a modern day Taxi Driver almost, where Travis Bickle would like drive around at night in New York back in the 70s, like, because there was nothing to do really. But now with the internet, there's all these things and all these like dark alleyways on the internet where you can find all this fucked up shit. And she just became like, I mean, if we talked to him, he'd definitely be able to explain it better. But off the top of my head, he was talking about, you know, that type of relationship with isolation, and how she doesn't have any friends, and how this fascination is like in replacement of normal people, and how they have friends and, you know, socialize.
Yeah, that part I could maybe see, but then she also befriends that girl at the courthouse, and it seems like, you know, she could open herself up to her if she wanted to, but decide, like, she chooses the isolation almost, which is another weird thing that doesn't really get explained at all. Like, why, like, and she's actively getting emails from someone that she's purposely ignoring, so, like, there's people that care about her, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, but Travis is actually like on his own in Taxi Driver. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of got to the point where it was like boring to me.
Yeah, it's conflicting to me because there's a lot of interesting ideas, and for most of the runtime I was pretty interested because, like I said, it does a good job like piecing you along with information. Yeah. Where every scene you're getting like a new little layer of information, and it like keeps you intrigued, and you start figuring things out. And then towards the end, it just goes crazy, and it's like everything you thought the movie was building up to, it isn't, and they sort of just pull the rug out, and so you're watching this character that's just a psycho.
Yeah.
And
which I respect the rug pull. Like I respect like not giving people what they want, what they expect, but like what I got, I wasn't happy with. Yeah. And it really sucks too, because like the idea of the red rooms and like this dark web stuff, kind of like 8mm, like that can be a horrifying concept, and like this diving into this depravity. Mm-hmm. But it's just like the main character just likes it for some reason.
Yeah, I wish they would have done something different with the main character. And
I've seen, like, I watched a lot of reviews. Like, I was watching reviews of Red Rooms online of people. I want to see like why people liked it so much, like what I missed.
You know, and what I would have preferred?
People were like, "Oh, it's got so much to say about like people that like true crime," and I'm like, well, like people that like true crime, I feel like aren't fucking this insane.
Yeah.
A lot of people watch true crime documentaries, and like you could say, oh, it's like, you know, spectacle, like with Nope. Mm-hmm. How he was talking about how even no matter how fucked up something is, people want to see it. Like that could be what they're hitting at, but like I just feel like there isn't enough there to really grasp at anything. Yeah. And by the end of the movie, I just don't care enough to really even like I wanted to like see why people liked it, but that was basically it.
Yeah. I think I would have much preferred the movie if the movie started and the main character is like their friends telling them about this like true crime podcast they've been listening to, and then the main character checks it out, and then the whole movie is like a slow progression of like someone who had nothing to do with true crime or serial killer cases or anything. They were just like a normal person. And then as the movie goes on, they like start getting deeper and deeper and deeper into it, to where she ends up in the final scene like on this dark website betting fucking $200,000 on, it was actually like over $1 million on this video.
Oh, I don't know what Bitcoin like translates
Well,
to.
Bitcoin is at almost 100,000 each.
Holy
right now.
shit!
So she bet like 20 on it. So
Good lord.
so like $2 million, but like showing a woman's like progression into how much this has consumed her and how like she's almost like evil now. Like she's spending
that would've
this much
been-
money on something this gross.
Yeah, I think that would have been a lot.
And that would have been disturbing to me because I've seen the arc all the way through. I've seen this woman, like this normal woman, who's turned into this. Like,
Yeah.
that would upset me.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. Like that would be. That's what I would want if that's the story.
Which,
you're trying
yes,
to tell.
it's a little more by the books. It's a little more standard of a story, but that would have been more effective to me.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like I said, it's for me. What she's doing isn't normal. So I want to know, like, kind of why she's doing it.
Yeah.
And I get that they're, going for ambiguity, but if there's nothing there to really hint at anything, because at first she comes off as this, like, kind of matter of fact girl that's like just observing the evidence,
Like level-headed.
yes.
And
And then Clementine comes in. She's the opposite. She's like in love with this guy.
very opinionated
Yeah,
towards
and then
the guy.
like Clementine's like, oh, they're setting him up, and like the main lady is like, no, I mean, they're just good prosecutors, like that's it. And then it turns out she's obsessed too, and it's just like, I didn't see the progression. I didn't see a reason why she's being so weird, why she's feels like she should close herself off to society.
And we've also been given really no reason to like this person and like feel bad for where she goes or like
By
who
the end
she
of the
is.
movie, I fucking hate her guts, to be honest with you.
Yeah. There's not many like redeeming qualities.
I think
about
it
her.
was supposed to be like she was helping, but like the ending just made me mad.
Yeah.
Because she got the third film, like they say that gave them more evidence to do the facial recognition on the guy's eyes, and it matched up again because it's obviously the guy, and they were also able to track the cryptocurrency to him. But like you don't need the money to like pin it on that guy. They've already got bodies buried on his property, videos
Also,
on his
he
computer.
could have just probably went to the cops and said like, hey, I know, I mean, maybe that she would get in trouble for even knowing how to find the video, but she could have said like, hey, this is like, they're selling the video on this website, so try to get their IP addresses and like,
Yeah,
you know,
very easily.
yeah. if
And
she
then
wanted to
also,
help.
like, even if she got the video and, like, let's say he took the mask off in the video, give it to the cops, not to the grieving mother of the
Yeah.
daughter who got brutally killed
Yeah.
and dismembered.
Yeah.
So now the mom,
I don't see that side of like she was helping. Like,
I think
I'm
she
not
was
really
like
buying it.
just destroying this person's life even further. And like, I don't get it. I thought at first, like when she dressed up, I was like, this is really fucked up. This is weird.
Mm-hmm.
But like, she got a reaction out of the guy. And I was like, maybe that's what she wants. She wanted certainty before the trial that like this was him. But then that didn't really lead to anything.
I didn't see it like that. I just saw it as like she wanted to be looked at like the girl did, like how the girl. Was
Yeah,
looked
by
at.
the end of the movie, that like that's how I saw it. But like at the time, I was like, why is she doing this weird thing? And then he like looks at her, and I was like, because the whole time he's unfazed by anything they're talking about. Mm-hmm. He's like just sitting there. He sits the same way. He looks down, doesn't say anything. And that's the first time that he does, like, he gets a reaction. I was like, this guy 100% is the guy now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It definitely wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I feel like I needed more stuff, more meat on the bone to chew on.
It has some interesting ideas, and I do think that the creepiest thing for me was just the ending and seeing like the website and these people, like these real people that are betting on this, and like in this thing that I'm sure exists somewhere, like on the dark web. I'm sure there's people that actually do this, and that's the only thing that I find like upsetting.
Oh, yeah. I
But-
mean, like human trafficking, shit like that,
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. It's,
Thankfully, like we live in like ignorance and like, you know, we don't really have to think about it, but like
Yeah.
that shit fucking happens for sure, I feel like.
Yeah. And I would think it's better nowadays than it used to be with technology and all the security we have.
Yeah, like facial recognition and like
Security cameras, like everything. You know, like back in the day before there was cameras, you could just like take someone and no one would know where they are.
dude, there's like
But nowadays it's really hard to do that, luckily.
yeah. There was a video I watched a while ago, like a guy talking about his kid just disappeared. Like walking from him 50 feet to his truck, there was like a tree in a clearing. He walked there into like this brush, and then like he didn't see him on the other side. Like an hour went by, and he went and looked at his fucking kid, was just gone. That's insane.
Yeah. It's scary stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Gladiator
Gladiator
2.
2.
Red Room's like a 2, by the way, just for reference.
Okay.
Not a fan.
All right. Gladiator 2. The big one.
Man, shit.
I was quite excited for Gladiator 2.
Dude, I was stoked out of my mind, and I think coming off of like Gladiator's a 5 out of 5. We all know this. I think coming off of Gladiator, I expected another perfect movie, which not gonna happen. But I had some problems with Gladiator 2, and the movie is so fun and so entertaining that I like don't care about the problems anywhere near as much.
I kind of agree. I think people are being too hard on it because they keep comparing it to Gladiator.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
dude,
1,000%.
Why are you doing that? Like, I get it's easy to compare them. It's literally a sequel, but dude, like, it's a classic movie. Like, it's not going to be as good as Gladiator.
Yeah,
There's a reason Gladiator is Gladiator.
Yeah,
It's a classic movie. So, it's like watching any Alien sequel, and then it's like, well, it's not the original.
yeah,
Yeah, no fucking shit. I mean, in my opinion, the Covenant's better than the original Alien, but that's another conversation. But when you're watching like a sequel to a classic movie, you should not be expecting it to be better. You should just want like a good movie. Like
Yeah.
I just want it to feel like I'm back in the world, and I want it to tell a good story.
yeah.
That's all you can really ask for. When I watch a new Blade Runner movie, that's what I want.
Yeah.
When I watch Tron Ares, the new Tron movie, I'm just going to say I hope it feels like Tron, and I hope it's a good movie.
I hope it looks like cum.
I'm not going to say I hope it's as good as
Tron.
Tron Legacy. I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah.
Tron Legacy is amazing.
Yeah, people are comparing, like right off the bat, people are comparing Paul Mescal to Russell Crowe. Don't do that.
Yeah.
They're different characters. They're different actors. They're on different skill levels. Like, I don't even think about that like at all.
Yeah, I think that's dumb.
Very
That's
dumb.
a dumb thing to do. I tried more to compare Gladiator 2 to just like what's coming out today versus like other people comparing it to Gladiator.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to look at what's come out this year and how good is it compared to those. And I think Gladiator 2 is really fucking good. There are some issues I have that we'll talk about, but I could be a little too high on it at the moment. It could come down. But out of the theater, I gave it a 4.5.
I don't think that's like. I think I'm at a 4 on it.
I think it'll probably be a 4, either on a rewatch or just like over a certain amount of time.
I don't see it walking down past that though.
Yeah.
It's like too cool. Like the opening sequence. Like, you've never seen a harder penis in your life than what I had in my lap from the opening sequence, dude. That was the coolest shit I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Start to finish, cool shit. That's all I had to say.
Okay. Yeah, I felt like it felt like another Gladiator movie. The tone felt right. The sets were good. The score's not as good because it's not Hans, but it's fine. Like, I just didn't really notice it too much.
Yeah, that was my big. I I didn't see the score enhancing any scenes. Mm-hmm. I didn't like leave thinking about the music at all. It's just kind of served its purpose, and then that was it.
Yeah, I think Ridley's great at world building and just whether it's a fictional world or just a historical world, just making the world feel real and immersing you into a certain time period or a certain world is one of his best traits as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
The way he can drop you into Alien, and then the way he can drop you into Blade Runner, and then Gladiator, like, he's just so fucking good at it. And I think one of the strong suits for me of the movie was there's so many Gladiator fights.
Yes.
So many more than the original. It's like every 10 minutes there's a Gladiator fight.
Yeah.
And he tried to find as many ways as he could to make it fresh and do something we haven't seen before, which everything he did pretty much I thought was awesome.
Yeah, there's
with the like flooding the Colosseum with water and having people fight on boats.
Yeah, that's one that I feel like people keep pointing at as like making the movie goofy.
Yeah, they keep saying the tone's off.
Yeah,
like,
and
dude, I don't like
I'd
other
like
than the two emperors that are like really over the top. I don't know what people are talking about with the tone.
I get it a little bit. Like the emperors are over the top, and then
Denzel not having an accent.
He kind of has an accent, but like the way he behaves is like, dude, you're from now. You're not from Rome.
Well, I disagree. I don't think he has an ounce of an accent. I think he's talking like Denzel the whole time. He sounds like he's from New York.
Yeah.
Which doesn't bother me, no. But you're not going to sit here and tell me he didn't act like he did any ounce of an accent.
He does a little bit. Like his initial welcoming to Paul Mescal's character. I think everyone knows who the fuck he is, but until we get to spoilers, but whenever he like brings him in, he's kind of, maybe it's not an accent, it's more just like the words he uses. It might just be the writing that makes it kind of seem like he's speaking that language.
Yeah, but that's not an accent.
Yeah, but like when he's like, nothing happens around here without you getting a taste. I'm like, dude, what do you? This isn't a Bud Light commercial. This is fucking Gladiator. Yeah. I like it though. I mean, fucking Denzel's charisma.
Politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denzel leaks charisma. He fucking wakes up every morning, eats a big bowl of it. But
yeah,
that kind of breaks the immersion a little bit, and then the princes take me out of it. There was a really funny line. I don't know if you caught it, but Joseph Quinn's character, I don't know which brother he was, but he says the disease that infects his loins has spread to his brain because his brother's gay.
I heard him say that, but I didn't pick up that's what he was saying.
Yeah, dude. When
they're
sitting there at like that party, his brother's got this little guy beside him that he just keeps with him, like a sex slave guy. And I was like, that's hilarious.
And he has a monkey.
He does have a monkey too.
Dude, he's got it figured out.
Yeah, really? I mean, that's the guy.
He's the real Gladiator.
Yeah. He loves men, which is a big plus.
Yep.
And he has a monkey.
Yep, monkey just sits on his shoulder. That's what I need.
He's the real Gladiator.
But yeah, I thought the action sequences were the standout. There's so many of them, and there's so much fun to watch. There's the fight with like the opening fight with these like monkey hybrid things. They're like weird looking.
Yeah, they're like the howler monkeys, like whatever monkeys were fucking chasing after Tarzan.
Yeah, they're like monkeys that are in a different era of evolution almost. They're like just older, like how they were back in the day, I suppose.
No, I think it's a type of monkey, but the main one he fights, this is kind of another slight problem. This is nitpick really, but the main monkey that he fights is hairless. He's like the alpha of the group. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that made it look worse. It kind of, the CGI is like as good as it can be, I think, because this is like a hairless monkey, and these monkeys, may or may not even exist, but I think they are a specific type of monkey. But I felt like if they just made it hairy like the rest of them, it would have been fine, like a lot better looking.
Probably.
But it was fucking awesome.
I like that opening fight. I'm trying to remember all the fights they even do. There's so many.
The opening siege on Paul Mescal's place, the monkey fight scene, and then they go from the monkey fight scene to the like dinner party.
Yeah.
Which Paul is a fucking athlete, dude.
Yeah.
The action choreography is like very realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the like holds and stuff that he does, I really liked.
It's like sloppy.
Yeah, it's like a genuine bare knuckle like fight almost. But they go from the dinner party to the rhino.
Yeah, the rhino fight was awesome too.
Rhino to the flood, and then flood to Lucilla.
Mm-hmm.
So you get 6 battle sequences, basically. Sequences.
Then he fights Acacius.
Yeah, I kind of coupled that in with the Lucilla.
And then, like, he chases Denzel out of the Coliseum and, like, fights him near a pond.
Yeah.
So that's really like 2 additional fights.
Yeah, that's 8.
There's so fucking many, and they're all really awesome. Because that's one thing about Gladiator. Like, the movie's better. It's a better movie in almost every way, but there's only like a couple of fights, like Gladiator.
I think you get half, because you have in Gladiator you've got the opening war. You've got his initial fight where he like kills everyone. The chain fight where they're chained together.
Mm-hmm.
He does another one where he like murders everyone. Like they're all standing in line. And he kills them all in like 5 seconds. The chariot fight, which was so fucking cool. The big guy fight. And
it's
then,
like 5 already. And then he fights Commodus.
Yeah.
So there's 6. I guess there's
Maybe
so much
more
variation.
Than I even thought.
I guess there's so much variation in Gladiator 2 that it feels like there's more.
Well, they also linger on the fights more. Like one of the ones that I counted for the original Gladiator lasts like 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
When he kills those like 6 guys in a row, he does it as efficiently as possible and then walks back down.
Yeah. But yeah, the fights are definitely a standout. I've heard people complaining about Paul. I don't know why. I feel like he was really great in the movie. He's like this art house, like indie actor that's taking on this role of like a lead in a blockbuster for the first time, and it doesn't at all look like it. Like it looks like he's very comfortable in this role.
I think Paul is fine. I think it's the writing for the character is the problem, and I think people are seeing things in the movie and like just saying it's him.
I think just some people do have that problem, not separating performance and writing.
Yeah.
Because I'd be surprised if someone could pull me up a clip of Gladiator 2 of Paul delivering a line poorly and saying, like, this is bad.
No, his tagline that he says on paper is a dumb line. Like, I don't like it. Where we are, death is not. Where death is, we are not. I could have said that backwards. But, like, I don't like that line. When he says it, I would want to fucking flip a car over, dude.
Yeah.
And
now, is he Russell Crowe? No.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, what the hell are we doing? Like, that... we shouldn't even have to...
No, I think he's fine.
Bring this up. Like, you can be good and not be Russell Crowe. That's okay.
Yeah.
Like, Russell Crowe's one of the best actors we've ever seen.
Yeah. His physicality that he brings to the battle sequences is great. I think a lot of it is writing because it seems like we're not really sure of his position where he was before he was transferred. You know, it seems like he maybe could have been a higher up like warrior, but we don't really get enough time with him to see that. He earns the respect of the other gladiators like super quick, and it doesn't make as much sense because like Maximus in the original Gladiator was an actual general and commanded men, and we also have the building sequence of like the chariot fight where people like jump in with him. Paul only has the ship fight, but by then people were just listening to him like just because.
Yeah. A lot of the writing in Gladiator just like makes sense. There's like a natural progression of things, but also there was so much already built in with Russell Crowe's character.
Yeah.
That like it just naturally like fit.
Yeah.
Like how he's beating everyone's ass. You're like, yeah, he's the general. Like
he's been doing this
amazing
since
at
he
combat.
was wee big.
Yeah, but with Lucius, it's a little different because, like, you don't, like you said, you don't get a great backstory on him. Like, why is he so good at fighting? And, you know, is it realistic for him to be beating all these people? That I don't really care about. Like, it's in reality, it's not realistic for anyone to be that good at combat. Like, in Gladiator, when it's like a 10v1, I don't care how good you, like, in real life, you have 10 like trained, not 10 idiots, but like 10 trained, you know, soldiers, you're not going to beat them. Like they'd have to
people
be
that have killed people before are fighting you.
Yeah. So that I don't really care about, but it's more so just the writing. Things just happen very quickly.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere.
100%.
Like Lucius at the beginning of the movie hates Rome. Like that's his whole character is hating Rome because Rome invaded his homeland and killed his wife, and now he's a slave to Rome. And
it seems like he hated Rome even before that.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because like they're preparing
Rome's this
for
like
war.
big like empire, and
yeah,
he's in this small little village. So.
Well, they've like kicked him out, like rejected him essentially from a kid.
Yeah.
He's had to flee, and then like
and Rome also probably reminds him of like his mom who abandoned him.
Exactly, and then like in their opening sequence, he's like, "I noticed you didn't like put a sacrifice in." He's like, "I plan to sacrifice Romans." Like he was excited to kill them, like whenever they were announced that they were on their way. So like he fucking hates Rome.
Yeah, that was his whole thing, was how much he hates Rome. And there's a point in the movie where he just flips a switch and he no longer hates Rome, and now he's fighting for Rome.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm all right with that arc. Like that's a solid arc, but it just doesn't happen like in a fluid way at all. It's not like eased into at all.
Yeah.
It's just it's almost pretty sure it's the moment that his mom comes to him and she's like, "Yeah, you're my son, and you know, I had to send you away to protect you." And
no, it's right after he fights Pedro. Then he's like, "That was a good man." So
yeah,
that
that is
Rome.
kind of the moment it happens, because
when his mom first visits him, he says, "Get out."
Yeah,
he doesn't say it like that. That's just the voice I did, but yeah,
because when he's wanting to fight Pedro the whole movie, and then he gets his chance and he runs out there and starts whooping his ass. And then what does Pedro say to him? I can't remember. That like
he says, "I know who." But well, first of all, Pedro was fucking whooping him, dude.
Yeah,
Pedro had the upper hand for sure.
I don't remember exactly.
But he was like, "I know who you are," and he threw down his like stick that he had, and he like got down on his knees, and he's like, "I just need you to know that I love your mom and I loved your dad, and he was a great man. Your mom's a great person." You know, and I think he says like, you know, "You're a true warrior," something like that. Like, "I'm glad it's you," basically. Mm-hmm. Like, do what you got to do. And then that was it.
Yeah.
And then
now they're boys.
Yeah, Paul like takes a knee with him, and it's like, but really though,
all that hatred you have is just gone.
Yeah, especially like, when like
your family's pretty chill.
Yeah, like, rage is like what has progressed him this far, like this anger. I almost wish that they had stuck to their guns and had him be like this anti-Rome, almost terrorist that comes to try and tear down the empire, but with less of like rebuilding Rome and just like Rome is infected and infects anything it touches, and there needs to be no Rome. Mm-hmm. That would kind of be a cool twist to the original Gladiator storyline.
Yeah. So some of the writing issues are just these character motivations that'll just flip all of a sudden out of nowhere, just because the story needs it to. But
and then it kind of sucks too, because I like the twist that they gave with like setting up Pedro versus Paul because of Pedro's character. I feel like Pedro's character was really good. And then Lucilla's classic Lucilla. I just like the twin princes throw a wrench into everything. I don't like those characters at all.
Yeah. They're designed to be annoying and be pretty like hollow. They're just like caricatures.
Yeah. The problem is they're just like they're so dumb. And like Denzel obviously is very cunning and thinks ahead a lot. And it seems like he's got this big plan to do what he does by the end of the movie. But a lot of it like happens by chance. Like a big part of it happens by chance. And the brothers are so dumb, it seems like he could have definitely just walked in and said, "Hey, I'm the king now."
It just seems like you can completely kind of take out the emperors of the story. And the story could have just been Paul working his way up through the fights, like rising the ranks. And Pedro could have been like the emperor, let's just say. Like he's the general, but he's also just like leading Rome right now. And then Paul challenges him to fight, and then he realizes like, oh well, this guy isn't like Pedro's not a bad guy. He was just doing his job. Like he infiltrated my homeland, and he was just doing his job. But then Denzel like reveals himself as the villain, and then he has to, fight Denzel to actually stop Rome from having this like evil fucking guy running it.
I think the whole like Denzel like plotting, you could have just had Denzel be the emperor.
I don't know. I think it's pretty cool the way they did it with him like working his way up, sort of in like
it is
a little
cool,
finger type
but
way.
like with his personality and like his character and his behavior, it would make more sense to me that he would already be the emperor and like catching on to their shenanigans.
I think that would have worked too.
Like it seems like his character would be ahead of Pedro planning this like rebellion. Mm-hmm. He would absolutely catch him. The brothers like just getting that reported to them by Denzel by chance makes less sense than Denzel just being like, "Nah, I know what the fuck you're doing."
Yeah.
It also makes more sense that Pedro would have taken his time building his strength before he tried to overthrow Denzel because of how many people he's like in debt that are indebted to him that he has control over. Mm-hmm. I think that setting him up as a big threat of turning Rome against itself, especially like by the end of the movie, Denzel just starts fucking killing people. It's like, well, my plan's not working, so I'm just gonna kill everybody.
Yeah. One thing that I wouldn't say it's necessarily a negative, but I just thought it was really unnecessary was making Lucius Maximus's son.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been a lot cooler if Lucius was Commodus's son and he like had to fight against his genetics and his ancestry and stray away from being like Commodus, and he like learned more about Maximus and like followed in his footsteps instead.
Yeah, his mom's true love.
Yeah, like that is a much cooler thing to me than just like, oh, he's his son.
And then people like almost view him, they almost vilify him because of Commodus's legacy of being a tyrant, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, I just don't think making him Maximus's son is... it just seems a little, like, cliche and not really... not necessary, but also, like you brought up on the drive home, it sort of implies that Maximus was unfaithful to his wife. Because in Gladiator, he says that his son is the same age, or around the same age as Lucius, which means technically, listen, when things aren't like explicitly stated, you can have whatever canon you want in your head.
Yeah.
Like James Gunn was talking about this the other day because people keep asking him like what's canon to the DCU and what's not. And he's like, well, listen, like this is all made up. Like you can have, if you think fucking Batman and Barney go on adventures together, they can go on adventures together in your head. Like, you can make whatever you want canon in your head. So in my head, I'm just going to say Maximus was with Lucilla, had Lucius, didn't know it, like probably got her pregnant and didn't know she was pregnant, and they broke up and he left, and then he met his wife and then had another kid.
Yeah. He just
That's what
fast.
I'm going to assume happened, because the idea that Maximus was unfaithful to his wife just doesn't fit his character.
Not at
and so that's just what I'm going to believe in my head, is that it was he was with Lucilla first, they broke up, and then he went and found his wife.
Yeah.
And then that's
But
what
even
happened.
then, like, it's a not unnecessary detail that kind of muddies the timeline.
It does. No, I agree. It didn't need to happen at all.
Yeah.
But all it does mean is that he had to fuck twice in the span of a year. So like that's doable, you know, without him
Maximus
cheating.
is putting up numbers, dude.
Yeah, but without him cheating, like, you know, you bang this chick and then like 8 months later you meet another woman and like you make her your wife. Like, that's not the craziest thing to imagine. So I'm just gonna assume it's that. But like we said, it's just unnecessary that we even have to think about this. Like, it should have just never been.
If anything, it
up.
makes more sense that he would be Commodus' son, because, like, Denzel's talking about this rage that he has, and it could be like this, like, Commodus, this part of him that's Commodus kind of coming out.
Yeah, the
and
rage.
he has to, like, battle that internally.
That would have been really cool.
Yeah.
Like him having these like two sides of him, like the Commodus side and the Maximus side that he's having to like fight.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been
He wants
really
to be
interesting.
Maximus, but, like, his instincts are telling him, like, I need to fucking kill these guys.
Yeah, his rage, like he's being overtaken by his rage because of
Yeah.
his ancestry, because of Commodus. Like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But instead, they just went with like the basic thing of making him Maximus' son. Now you have to worry about all this stuff with him cheating or, you know, whatever happened there. Just not necessary at all.
And then it also sucks too, and this is probably my biggest complaint about the whole movie, is you're kind of led to believe that the events of Gladiator happen, and he does all this, you know, sacrifices himself to free Rome, and then, like, they go right back to having tyrannical emperors.
That's one of the biggest issues, because what we said about sequels, I think we said it last episode, is you don't ever want to make the first movie worse.
Yeah.
Like, that's what Joker 2 did. It made the first movie worse. You want to add. You just want to say, like, here's another cool story in this world. That's what you want to do. You don't ever want to detract from the first movie. But that's kind of what Gladiator 2 does in a way, because it's set 16 years after Gladiator, and now 16 years later they have fucked up emperors again, and Rome's corrupt, and it's like he gave up his life to protect Lucius and to free Rome, and
At
now
best
they're
case,
back.
his sacrifice bought them 16 years.
Yeah,
And that's
disappointing.
Yeah.
Like, it should have been at least like a lifetime, like 100 years.
Yeah.
Like, should have been at least how long he bought them.
Yeah, you do this whole, like, you know, and now, like, Denzel or whoever's worked their way up in this kind of, that would have been way better. Instead of working his way up against emperors, he's like slowly picking off members of the Senate that Maximus has put in place to have Rome be like just the Senate, and then crowns himself emperor, and then Paul has to stop him.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, because then you have the freedom, and someone's actively attacking it, instead of just they're tyrants again.
Yeah. It could have been a lot more like political warfare.
Yes.
And they could have just had Lucius like grow up in Rome and like love Rome, you know, from the start. And it'd be him versus Denzel, and Denzel, you know, like you said, trying to pick off members of the Senate and like undo what Maximus did.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been interesting too. But yeah, that is a pretty big issue with it, feeling like it diminishes the impact that the ending of Gladiator made.
Yeah. But like I said, aside, like, if you pick it apart, There are definitely problems with it. But
when you're sitting in the theater,
when you're sitting in the
and
theater,
you're watching
you're
it,
fucking bonered up.
Yeah.
Watching these fights, and then also just like movies like this don't get made anymore.
That's one thing that is I just love. Like I just love time period epics like this, like Gladiator and Troy, shit like that.
Yeah.
They just don't get made ever.
Yeah. I know we didn't watch The Last Duel, but like that was like I wanted to go watch
That's
that.
one of my biggest sins is not seeing that in theaters.
Yeah. We need to just fucking watch it, dude.
Yeah. I do think I'll really like it. But when I look at Gladiator 2 and then I look at the other stuff that's coming out right now, it's like, yes, it's not as good as Gladiator 1. There's a couple issues, but this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it's an entertaining movie. The performances are great. It's Ridley Scott crafting another just beautiful world for us to live in for 2 hours. And I just had a great time watching it. And it's just a great thing for... You know, I'd rather get movies like this than fucking Red One.
Exactly.
And Red One costs more. Like, that's... I just think people are being so silly, like, shitting on Gladiator 2 and being really hard on it when it's like... Do you know the other movies that come out right now? Like, the big blockbusters that come out?
Yeah. There's like 30 Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah.
And you're upset with Gladiator. And, like, I think people were saying that, like, him flooding the Coliseum wasn't historically accurate. I was like, dude, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington doesn't exist in ancient Rome. He does in this movie.
Yeah, that's just silly to me.
Yeah.
But the other blockbusters are what, like Venom and Godzilla X Kong and The Fall Guy, which I did like.
The Fall Guy is good, yeah.
You know, these other, like, just soulless money grab blockbusters, and then you have one that actually is, like, unique and well made and actually, like, is trying to have a story to tell. And, like, I mean, it's subjective. Some people might watch this and just really not get much enjoyment out of it, and, you know, that's totally fair. But for me, the problems don't really bother me too much. I just have such a fun time in this world watching these fights, and I do like Lucius as a character, and I think Paul plays him really well. And I like Denzel as a villain. I don't love the Emperors, like you said. They're just a little much.
Yeah. I loved seeing fucking Denzel just let off the fucking hook, dude. They just let him do whatever. What does he say? He says, like, tits on like tits or milk coming out of the tits of a whore or something like that.
Yeah.
It's saying rage pours out of him. like milk from tits on a whore.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Denzel as a villain. I thought that the crazy shit he did, him with the head, he didn't have to do that at all. But I loved it.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah, that's... I think people just watch it and they see these, like, cool things and they're just disappointed that it wasn't, like, at the level that Gladiator was, but I don't know why you expected something as a high caliber as Gladiator.
Yeah. It's like watching Doctor Sleep and you're like, well, it's not The Shining.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Did you think it was going to be? Like, are you stupid?
Well, I don't know.
That doesn't mean it's not good.
It's kind of a double-edged sword, too, because, like, it is Ridley Scott again doing the movie. Like, if it's, like, a sequel to a movie and then you get some guy, like, usually it's a problem. But, like, if it's the director of the original...
I still wouldn't expect it to be as good as the original.
No, but I think that there is an expectation from Ridley Scott.
You want it to be good.
Yeah.
You don't, like, if it's bad, yeah, that's worthy of criticism. But I just really don't buy people that think this is a bad movie. I just can't get behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple flaws, but, you know, what movies don't? Other than, like, Batman. And, like, The Nice Guys, you know, Batman Begins. But, like, other than that, it's like, movies always have flaws.
Yeah. It's about how much... It's about the ride, dude.
Yeah. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's pretty fucking sick.
Yeah,
Call me crazy.
I think it's a 4 deadlock. I definitely want to own it. I just ordered the first Gladiator steelbook off of Amazon.
Pretty awesome.
Needed it, and then I'm gonna get the Gladiator 2 one whenever that drops.
Hopefully it's cool.
I hope so. It's gonna really suck if it's just very basic.
Yeah, better not do some fuck shit.
Yeah. What would you do for the cover of Gladiator 2?
Ooh, I like original art for steelbooks, like not a poster, not a shot from the movie, but like hire an artist to do like watercolor or something.
Yeah.
And just like paint an original like artwork for the steelbook.
Yeah.
Like that's what I would do.
I want that Virgil line to be on it somewhere. Mm-hmm. They probably won't do that. They'll probably do "Where death is, we are not." But that Virgil line is so badass, dude.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm gonna start telling people that.
What'd you think about the callback lines?
I don't think I really even noticed them.
Well, strength and honor is a callback.
Well, strength and honor, but that seemed earned. And
he also, he was talking to the like Indian doctor guy that he befriended.
Oh, our actions echo in eternity.
Yeah, which I don't even think you like noticed because I looked over at you when he said that. You looked at me like I had fucking 8 eyes.
No, I did notice because that's one of the coolest shit things that I've ever heard. But like, he's not saying any of that stuff. I think that's the reason why it's okay. Like, Paul's character isn't saying that stuff. Like, people are just like, they're recognizing that he's a lot like his father, and they're just kind of giving them this information. What are you not following?
I don't get what you're saying right now.
I'm saying like Paul himself. Paul didn't go into the ring and go, "Are you not entertained?" Like, it's people just like saying stuff as his character has progressed that Maximus has said, because Maximus is his dad, and he's starting to display things like character traits that are more like Maximus.
Well, I don't think that guy saying that had anything to do with Lucius and Maximus.
Well, he's learning about Maximus when he goes down there.
And that's not when he says it.
When does he say it?
They're like sitting at a table. He's patching him up. And then he said, he made a career change. And he was like, what made you like decide to stop what you were doing and become a medic? Yeah. And he was like, what we do in our lives echo in eternity.
Oh, I thought it was when they went down to the shrine. No, I think that's fine too. I'm okay with the callback lines.
Yeah, I don't care.
Like
if they ever come off forced and corny, then yeah, that's a problem. But
yeah, that's what I was getting. That's what I was getting at with like, I feel like they were all like, they all made sense.
Because like the callback lines in Alien Romulus are horrendous.
Yes,
that's not how you do it. But with this, it's also like
when Lucilla says strength and honor to Lucius, and he says it back, like, that felt a lot more natural.
Right. But also in Alien Romulus, like, these things that they're calling back, these aren't things that these characters would know happened.
Yeah.
The people in Alien Romulus don't know about, like, what Ripley said in Aliens when she said, "Get away from her, you bitch."
Yeah.
But Maximus is like a hero in Rome. So, like, his quotes probably ruminate a lot around Rome.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that like people would start saying his.
And
quotes.
Romulus too. It also doesn't match their character to say any of the lines.
Yeah, he's an android. He's not going to quote shit.
Yeah, so like they don't know what she said, and it also doesn't make sense for them to be saying it. In Gladiator II, these people know Maximus,
and it's also sort of doing like a cool something I loved about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, where they're like creating an icon out of Caesar.
Yeah, he's like a religion.
He's like a religious figure almost.
Yeah.
And like that's sort of what they're doing with Maximus and Gladiator, where he's just like this heroic icon that all of Rome thinks about and quotes and is a part of their history.
Yeah.
So That didn't bother me at all. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
You just got to do it well, but I think they did.
Yeah, you can't have Paul come out and yell, "Are you not entertained?"
That
would have been
worked.
horrible.
That wouldn't have worked. He did say something cool though. Is this how Rome treats its heroes? Something like that?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Sick. I like the they did get close to doing something that I thought was gonna be horrible, but at the end when he reaches down into the sand, when he's like, "Speak to me, Father," and he reaches, I thought he was gonna pull out the figurine. I was like, they're not there.
They're not there anymore.
Like
no.
they flooded the arena. They fucking sanded it all down. Like they're not in the arena anymore.
It's probably rotted.
It's been 20 years. There were wood figurines.
Yeah.
But no, when he busts out of the cell and he fucking kills that guy, and he says, "Fucking wood or steel, a point is a point." I'm like, oh my god, you animal, dude.
Yeah. It was
Give me a point.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
Gave me a point a couple times.
Hell yeah.
Gladiator II. Yeah, I think that's all.
Yeah.
I think that's all we have for the scoop. A rare under 2 hour scoop. I know.
Call us crazy, dude.
We've sinned, but that's just the way the cookie crumble, man. Yeah. But at least you got my Maximus impression at the beginning.
Yeah, the Maximus impression was worth it.
That'll hold it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But we'll be back next week for the motherfucking
Film Scoop.